to meet your fate? Beware, as what lies ahead of you will either be your destiny or your defeat.
All right. What is up? Mic check 1 2 1 2. We are gonna put my YouTube videos in my AI agent right now. The reason I do it live is because a majority of the time when I tell people I put cool shit into AI and work with AI, they don't believe me. They're like, "You're a fucking trucker, bud." So what I do is I stream this live. Now I want people to understand this. What the entire process is you live stream what you're doing. For example, for work, if you're doing construction, if you're teaching a course, if you're doing marketing, sales, it doesn't matter. This is effective for everyone. This is something that I do personally, so I want to do it live. It's not a course you're going to find canned somewhere else. It is literally what I do live. The reason I did this was because I was doing a tutorial for my buddy on how to check his Google Analytics on his website. When I went there, it's actually the first course that I put together. When I went there, it said do live education about Vertex AI search and conversation. Deal. Okay. So now what do we got to do? We got to take this thing full circle. And by full circle, what I mean is, I need to pull up that other window in my horizontal, but what I mean is, this is what you do. You live stream, record it, post that shit everywhere, use the transcription as foundation for your AI, so it has that knowledge. Put the YouTube videos in it. All right, put your YouTube videos in it. And then from there, what you do, I gotta turn that mic down. I tend to yell a little bit when I'm doing tutorials. I get all excited. But what you do is then you take that content, and this is all from one live stream. You can get an entire month. I'll probably get 10 days from this. But then what you do is you take that and you train a Vertex AI agent, which is, I think, if you're watching this vertical, it's the middle screen. And if you're watching horizontal, that's the background right now. But you train Vertex AI how to do it. And what is Vertex AI? It's Google's version of some fucking badass AI that you can make your own. It's, think about, like, if you could train your own Gemini and that wouldn't forget the next day. That's what Vertex AI is. You just got to know where to connect the dots. And I think the link in my profile is to my web app, BizRise.io, that is developed on Flutterflow. Why did I do that? Well, in order to make AI effective, you need three things. One, you need one to be creative, like a Gemini or a GPT, to pump out massive amounts of content, right? Like, those are successful where they are, right? They do a great job at pushing stuff out. And those are established, well known. Use them where you can, right? But what you can make this really effective is you also have an AI for when people go to your site, they engage with, right? So you need one to be creative. You need one that's like holding down your fort, learn and grow with you. And then you need to be able to use all of that data that you get to train those models to make those future forward decisions in fucking real time. And not even like it's faster than real time. It's like, how do you make it faster than real time? But what you gotta understand is if you link enough of these together, it actually says it on Google Cloud. And I gotta do a tutorial on that. It's still fairly new to me, but what you do there is you get a team of these working, right? And then if one goes down, another one comes up. Like they're handling data around the world, and it becomes almost a self-sustainable system. So all people have to do is drive traffic. Now, at the end of this fucking AI rainbow, what's the real goal of it, right? Time, money, freedom. That's what we want. Time, money, freedom. We don't want to fuck around in an office. We want more time. We want freedom to do whatever the fuck we want. And I see a lot of people online, teaching some courses. They're, doing affiliate marketing, which is great. Like, it is a great source of income. Like, linking up to some of these software programs to do affiliate programs, like, not their affiliate, but SEMrush. Like, go look at what they pay. Like, I encourage people to do that. Why not? And the reason software or SaaS affiliate programs are so good is because it doesn't take a ton to run SaaS, right? Like, your cost is down. So that's why I initially wanted to jump into the world of software and make my own solution. Now, everything you see tonight isn't, well, not everything, but this is essentially my system. The web app's mine, the Vertex AI agent's mine. I'm teaching people, so I started a school games community. It's called BizRise Academy. I think it's called like the Growth Engine now because I had to switch it over to the paid version. But basically what it is like AI is really good at two main things: education and optimization, right? So how do you piece that all together? You can do it all just from a live stream. Now, when I start going at this and I start jumping into training this AI, which would be pretty much when I get done with this interaction, what I'm going to do is, let me switch back over to, let me show you at least that school games, the academy, the growth engine here. So if you go into my classroom, these are all the courses I put together, and this is how it started, was doing my tutorial for this guy. But basically what we do is I'm going to teach you how to live stream, look at your data. First of all, look at your data, know what's resonating, right? Do that first. We're going to hit the live stream, Twitch, Streamlabs, get content for fucking everything. Blog posts, long form, short form, like it doesn't fucking matter. Covers it all. One fucking live stream. What you can do with it. And this one right here, this is the micro tutorials for Vertex AI. So that would be the middle screen on TikTok. And this is my agent. So it'll be moving around. Like, it's not just going to be a static screen. Like, we're going to edit this thing. You'll be able to tell this thing's the real deal. And then if you go to the link in my profile, he's the chat bubble on BizRise.io. And he's about a week old, so you're going to have to test him out a little bit. Say hi, ask him questions, because he gets better with every conversation. Based on what I do, I've engaged data stores for YouTube, Google Analytics. I don't think I've engaged them for Gumroad. We might do Gumroad tonight. No, I think we got to stick to the plan. We got to do that Vertex hybrid. But BizRise Academy, that's the School Games Academy. BizRise.io is my web app. It's on Flutterflow. We did this. Basically, what I want to teach people, live AI. Do we have anything there? Okay, we can do that one probably following. But really, what I want to get done tonight to make sure people kind of understand, like, you don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist, and it doesn't take a team of engineers to put together your own AI. The most powerful is not Meta's, and it's not in the hands of somebody else. The most powerful AI is the one that you train for you, that's going to learn and grow with you. Now, I say that with a grain of salt, right? Like, it's still Google's AI. It's still their stuff, but this one doesn't forget the next day. This one doesn't, get tired of your prompts. It's your agent, right? And I think the other important thing people need to figure out too is when you build these agents, I mean, I've been tinkering with these for a couple of years now, and a lot of this stuff is just coming out as it goes, which is fucking incredible. Like, I was doing a live earlier, and there's some more Vertex AI search features available, and it's just like, I mean, it literally rolls out every time you fucking sign on to GCP. But people need to understand, like, one, it doesn't cost shit. Like, I think Google actually gives you $1,000 in credits to get started. And over the 2 years that I've done this, working on it, training them, building them, I don't think I've ever incurred a cost from an agent. Well, I did one, like I said earlier, on it was a Bitcoin training job and an example data set from BigQuery, and that shit ate up some credits. But people just need to know it doesn't cost shit to do this. Like, you can start this and put this on your website, on your web app. I mean, it's got to have a place to live, which is why I essentially built the web app. The funny thing about these Vertex AI agents, and people got to get this too, is like this little, let me show you this little guy. Do I have that screen pulled up? Let me show you Hank real quick. Which one's in the middle? It's Vertex? Okay. Let me show you Hank real quick. So it's on BizRise.io, and these guys have to have a place to live, right? Like, they can't just be a chatbot. They gotta have a home. So this is BizRise.io. It's a Flutterflow web app. These are all the courses that or some of the courses that are in Gumroad. This is the Academy, but here's Mr. Hank. Let's check him out. So what you're looking at now, maybe I should have done the other window. Which one's that? Let's put it in this one so you guys can see the split screen of this. That'll work good. Okay. The one on top is the Vertex AI agent. So that's the background. Like, that's where we build Hank, right? And the one on bottom is Hank actually live. Let's see how quick the conversation history comes up too. See if it does it live. All right, so there's a conversation history in the middle. Hank's on the bottom. So say, what up? I might have to refresh the page, who knows. So then, okay, what are we looking at here? So first of all, you just say what up to Hank, and what is he doing? So what he's doing is he's presenting these options. All right, what do you want to learn about? And those are called choice chips. It's just a little section of JSON that will be in the Academy. I think it's already in there, but it just allows people to make that easy selection, right? You don't want to get stuck in a fucking chatbot, and you don't want it to be shitty. So basically, you just click on, all right, I want to learn about Twitch. Boom. It pulls up the Twitch menu. And if you want a specific video, like anybody watching this for the first time, if you're trying to put out content, and this is the first time you've like considered going to Twitch, this is all you need. Right here. Clip that. That's all you're gonna need to produce all the form, long form, short form. The long form, you can record these entire tutorials, but if you want short form content for all of your social medias already going live, that's what the kids are doing, okay? And I had some fucking lady earlier be like, isn't that just a platform for kids to play video games? And it's like, you're live streaming on TikTok. What are we talking about here? It's just called Twitch, and the reason kids are live streaming and playing video games is because you can do a ton of cool stuff. It was like us when we were kids. Facebook, MySpace, and our parents are looking at us like we're fucking idiots. Don't be that old person now. Like, don't stop it. Don't be that old person. Now, what you can do from all of this, like clip that, and this is my Vertex AI agent, so, all right, we asked, all right, Twitch step 3, right? It's gonna give me that video. And what's the next video? Or what's the Twitch video up for? Let's see what this does. So he's in training, you gotta bump him around. Okay, so it's gonna take you to video 4. And we can just train our agent to do this all day, right? Because I want Hank to teach my course. I don't want to continually have to be doing the same repetitive task, whether that's work, teaching, life, whatever. You can have AI take over a lot, which allows you more time to do cool shit, okay? Now this is the difference about my course, my academy, is I do it all live. And it's not going to be a static process either. And that's the other thing people need to figure out about AI. Is you're trying to put it in a product, like put it in a box, put it on a shelf and sell it. Which is fine, like yeah, you gotta make a SaaS, but you gotta realize this isn't something that's gonna slow down, right? It's a constantly moving process. So if you look into how to set it up, like pick one that you can train and grow with every day, right? And the reason I went with Vertex AI, there's a really cool story behind it. I can't share it on, I don't think I can share the guy's name, but yeah, it's just look into Vertex AI. It's Google's, right? What makes AI effective? The data. Who is the data king? I don't fucking know. What's the first thing what's the first thing anybody does when they need to figure something out? Google it. What's the second thing people do when they need to figure something out? Go to YouTube. Wonder how those two are connected, right? I wonder if you made live streams that you could turn into YouTube videos, used for every social media platform. If you could use that transcription to train a Google Vertex AI agent, connect them all together to just constantly learn and grow, will that be effective? You fucking bet. So let's do it. So going forward, I'm going to hit the record button, and then what I'm going to do there is start rocking and rolling on just the remaining tutorials in my school academy, because I think I got to get Intense in there. I got to get Intense, I got to get flows, I got to get entities, and then I got to put some JSON. So a majority of this is probably, like the rest of this is probably just going to be me doing, like I'll ask myself, you know, what is a flow? Explain what a flow is, go do it, and then I'm going to clean all this transcription up. So when you start recording live, clean up what you're saying, right? Because you want to make podcast editors' job easier. So don't fill your live with fluff if you're going to use it to train AI. Just, what is a flow? Answer that. Keep it simple, don't dick around with it. And like, you're going to want to talk, and I do a majority of the time. I talk over it. And don't worry too much, right? It's a live stream. It's not going to go perfect. But what you do is then you take that and then you make it into, let's clean it up with Gemini, right? Like just dump it in there. So basically I got to lay out what I need for my hybrid agent, which is going to be, where was that window? I keep selecting all these different windows. I just need to pick one window and keep it up, huh? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take these notes in the BizRise Academy, and then I'll post them all to Gumroad after. But the goal is just to see how much I can get done by going live, because I like being fast. I don't like fucking around. Like, let's say you are trying to have a little bit more time, money, freedom. You're going to need a process that actually saves you time and then can do it after, right? You don't want a process that's going to make you, they're going to give you less time. And that's the good thing about, that's one of the big things about AI. It's a time saver. So I'm going to try and knock out, you can see these on the vertical side of things. I'm going to knock out, man, that's going to be, I wish I had a better dual screen layout for the horizontal, but what can I do? I do want to record these as far as, you know what, I'm just going to be, you gotta take your time, switch screens, do it. Before I get rolling too, I want people to know, like, when you're doing this, keep your eyes on your total recording time. Like, I'm going to try and keep recordings down to, like, I don't know, maybe 2 to 5 minutes max, maybe on these. Because I want them to be, like, little bite-sized pieces and just kind of step by step. Which Vertex AI is to that point for the agent. But now we got to take a hybrid, which really is the power, like, where you get a lot of shit out of it. So in order to do that, I'm just going to have to be... The vertical actually stacks great because there's 2 windows, but the horizontal I'm gonna minimize my big dome piece. I think the horizontal, the only place it's horizontal is my Twitch stream. If you guys go to Twitch, that AI dude, same thing. But we're just gonna have to switch those over, and then we are gonna do training. So if you see this, say what's up. If you have a question during this, please drop it in the comments. I will be able to get to them when I'm done. But basically, just gonna go full Q&A. There will be some music in the background, but so what I'm gonna do is I'll bump music till I get stuff ready to go. Then I'll do the recording, like turn it down, and then I'll bring it back up. So you're not just looking at me in silence, but I'm not gonna be able to do a whole lot of interaction during this. So I think, yeah, we did it all the way up to like what to think about on the last vertex. So really it's just how to make it a hybrid, what create a flow, intent, entity, probably what's gonna be after that, routes. You gotta add a page to that. Edit that. You guys see that one? You sure can. Vertex. Okay. So we can see them on both. We need intents, entities, we need to create a route. Okay. Drag this puppy up. We need to create a route group. This is route group. It basically means your fucking user won't get stuck in the chat agent. I fucking hate that when you're like, I need to do something else, and it's like saying the same shit. So make sure you test out mine, BizRise.io. Go test Hank out. He's the chat bubble on BizRise.io. Route groups. What else do we need tonight? We need event handlers. So we need add a page. These will be essentially the last pieces to turning your Vertex AI agent into some serious powerful shit. Custom event handler. What do I mean by that? How effective do you think you would be at sales if you already knew what your customers were asking about? That's what I'm saying. Okay, custom event handlers. And we're gonna send out, what else? Custom event handler. We need to get some JSONs. We need to get some JSON codes. JSON, what's that mean? Fucking awesome code. Just know where to put shit. Edit page. Let's go. We need that event handler. We need. Let's go. YouTube video JSON, and we'll put the link in there to where to go get that shit, because it's once after like a couple times of doing this, you'll figure out kind of what stuff means on GCP. But the first time you go to GCP and you start looking through the docs, it's gonna look like Spanish. But lucky for you, I do tutorials and I speak like a normal person, so hopefully you can learn something tonight. So we need that JSON, that JSON. Which one is this though? Is that chips? Those are chips. Okay, chips. So I need to edit that. We'll double check that, yeah. We'll see chips, choice chips. Just the little bubbles on Hank. Just, you gotta know it's right there. So this would be choice chips. Choice chips. This is going to complete basically the full cycle tutorial on how to turn your live content into AI. Tonight will. I mean, I gotta do this, and then the one I did earlier, I was swung by the Vertex AI search, and it was like, holy fuck. So I'm going to do one of those again. Vertex AI search is a truly incredible piece of technology. Slap that puppy up on the Flutterflow app. We living, bud. But I need that shit, and then I need, let's see. Alright, choice chips, JSON, I need, what's this? this? Custom event handler. So I need that, but I also need the JSON. Shoe. Add a page. This is going to be custom event JSON. And the cool thing about this is you can make these AI agents from your website data. If you look at the previous live, I think it's on YouTube and Twitch. It might be on TikTok too, but if you look at the data sources you can make an AI powered search for your company, I mean, Google Drive this. Just turn your stuff into AI, right? That's all you gotta do. Nice and easy peasy. So, we are gonna get rocking and rolling here. So if you guys, and again, if you do see this and you do comment, let me know what your questions are, because that's the biggest thing, right? It's one thing to make it for me, in my understanding, but it's got to be effective for everybody else. So if I'm talking like C3PO or if something doesn't make sense, like, please let me know. That music is a little loud, huh? We're just dialing in the audio real quick, make sure that sounds good so people can hear what I got going on. And then we'll get cooking on some AI building. Mic check 1 2 1 2. How's that sound? We're getting ready to cook, and I want to get that mic level dialed in. If I gotta turn down the music, I will. I don't want to, though. I might have to. Oh, you know what we gotta do, too? We gotta send that out. Let's go. Should we go to YouTube for that? Oh, that sounds good. Dang, that sounds so much better. Yep. One thing, if you guys learn anything from me, please, 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 for the love of God, make sure you check your audio volume, you check your stream setup, you check what screens you're on during your stream setup, because if you don't and you end up doing a 50-minute live with the wrong screen on, you're going to be pissed, because this was supposed to be done. Let's see, I need to go to, which one is it? Alright, let's get boom. Alright, we're doing some Vertex stuff. And then I need to put this one up here and then drop it down. Nope, wrong one. Just getting the screens all set up now. Don't be all impatient. Alright. Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, let's show people how to turn their live content into AI. Where's this going to be out of the way? So I got it kind of running dual triple screen on the the old YouTube webs. But we'll get rolling here in a little bit. Again, if you have questions before I do start rocking on this, put them in the TikTok chat. If not, I'm going to throw on some music and get rolling. So, again, a few more minutes for questions. A few more. And I got to put on that song again. That just gets me jamming. But make a coffee, you know, fucking grab a coffee, come hang out. Where the fuck? This is my jam for starting out AI. The old canned Streamlabs music.
to meet your fate? Beware, as what lies ahead of you will either be your destiny or your defeat.
Yee. Alright, we're gonna drop it down. There's one more thing I gotta get set up, and then we'll be rocking and rolling. What the plan is tonight is to basically do the FAQ document, right? Back in December, Google put out a video that said get your facts together. What they meant by that was, hey, make sure you put all your fucking information and all your shit on your website about what you do, how you do it, anything you want, because in a couple months, well, I think it was around that time anyway, you're going to be able to train your own AI on it. And I'm going to show you how to do that, but what I'm going to do is, that just wasn't efficient enough, right? So I wanted to find a better way to do it. I wanted to knock out all my short form content, long form content, YouTube videos especially. You need that. Focus on YouTube videos, landscape. I'll explain why. Put that in your blog. Put that YouTube video in your blog. Use this for podcast editor, SEO. I mean, it's a full cycle system, right? And all you got to do is start by going live. Just go live on Twitch and Streamlabs, and then we'll take it full cycle. How is that important for anybody's business? Well, it's important because now you have an AI agent that people can talk to. You're going to have those real-time analytics and make those decisions on your marketing content, on your user engagement, user satisfaction. Check out your YouTube analytics. Like, it's a full cycle system. You just got to know how to connect the dots. So we're going to send out a few invites if people want to come kick it. But really, at the end of the day, what I got to do is just get this shit done. Right now, I'm live on TikTok. What was it? TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. I think Twitch is the only landscape version. So if you want to see the full screen of it, go to Twitch. And yeah, grab a coffee because we're gonna fucking light it up tonight, baby. This is the last step. And shout out to my boy Mike. Happy birthday to my son Mike. You are an absolute stud. I love you so much. I hope you have a good day, buddy. But let's get rolling. So what's the goal tonight is I need to teach people, I need to finish really this tutorial, this whole course, because it started with showing my buddy an analytics deal live and said do Vertex AI search and conversation live. It wasn't even close, the traffic that went to my website. It was like 900 and it'd be like 97%. We're looking at one thing. Live tutorials of Vertex AI search and conversation. So live education, Vertex AI. So now we got to develop the flows and entities, boy. So if anybody has a question when they see this, please let me know. If not, I'm going to be doing more of like a Q&A right now. So any questions, drop them in the comments, but I'm not going to be able to do too much engagement tonight. Here we go.
When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, and when I arrive I start to lose my mind, I go insane.
I sure did turn my mic off there. I better fucking wake up. Sin time. And this is, I'm not even going to say that, but this is pretty much one of the final steps to get an AI agent effective. Now, like features as far as what these things can do, we'll get into that. But getting started, this is going to do a shitload for you, and you can do this without having, it's a no-code way to have an AI-powered agent for you. That's the best way to say it. Let's see. Training AI Training AI with my live stream. And if you guys hear Cookie and Cheech, Cookie is my sweet little princess dog, and Chi-Chi's my bro. He's my homie dog. AI powered. Okay. Right meow. And before we get rolling, if you do start live streaming and you feel uncomfortable not being perfect, please watch some of mine. You will feel just fine after. Let's see right now. Right now. You gotta realize that, like, your live stream's never gonna go perfect. So you just gotta start, right? That's the biggest thing. Just start trying. This, I mean, what I'm gonna do tonight, I've been fucking working on for like 2 years. So granted, it's gonna take you a little bit to get started, but if you stick with it, we'll make it happen. You just gotta believe, baby. You gotta believe. Alright, what do I need here? You get rolling in a couple minutes, just waiting on one thing to be rolling. And if you have any questions too, I mean, I think there's like probably like 2 people watching this, but if you do have a question, please let me know. That is the whole point of this. It's better to do it live. One, because I do work with AI. It's not that a bad thing to have your AI pump out a bunch of content, but when you're going to be doing tutorials and stuff, I think it's better to do live. That way it's like, all right, you can just ask instead of wondering, you know? It makes it a little bit easier on people too. And I'm able to explain it, all right, you know, this is what this means. So make sure you get those questions off before I start getting into it, because once I start doing the training with AI, you can, but you can't like backtrack and start bullshitting, because then you're going to be fucking up essentially your full edit of it. If you want to optimize your time, like, you can't be bullshitting if you're doing AI training with it. Now let's go. Alright, why not? I'm trying to link to. Any questions before we get rolling? Any questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Main chat's on TikTok, I think. Speak now or forever. Alright, so we're gonna go boom, boom. Alright. No comments. You had your chance. That's Cookie. Baby. Cookie. She's so Cookie's love language is fucking touch and like in your face cuddler. And Cheech, he's not, you know, he likes getting pet and like hanging out, but he doesn't want you like spooning with him, like holding Cheech. Like Cookie, you can hold her like a cat. Alright, so we gotta get rid of a bunch of shit on this. We gotta just simplify stuff. So we gotta get you out of here. You out of here. Where are you going? Probably the right place, if not, whatever. Boom, I'm just simplifying everything tonight. We gotta knock it down and get all the bullshit out of there. And then, the other thing we gotta do is chug a coffee. So cheers. And why do we live stream at night? Because you get better internet. Get rid of you. 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 cookie. Get rid of you. Oh, I gotta put on my my favorite Streamlabs pump up song. For some reason, like the Streamlabs music, I know this is simple as fuck, but the Streamlabs music, what is it? Multiplayer, EDM, like brings you back to those Mario video game days. Kind of gets me rolling. Let's go. So I'm gonna go silent probably from here on out. If you guys have questions, if I don't see anything, just gonna start rolling. So yeah. Okay, starting training.
Comes a new challenger! Say a beat, Chalice. Are you prepared to meet your fate? Beware, as what lies ahead of you will either be your destiny or your defeat.
my shoulder when you need me. Those tears are running, I see them clearly. I hope you're waiting for me, saving up those rivers to make us see. Don't drift too far away, don't drift too far away from me, yeah. My ocean's running deep, my ocean's running way too deep to let you go. And I know that sometimes our passions are wasted on the wrong ones. And I know that we'll take a hurt before we wanna get one. And I know that my soul knew I loved you before I even knew you. Sometimes you gotta let it go, just hoping it comes back to you. Never shaking, smoke signals to you. I'm blazing for you. Hear me singing over mountains, through the valleys, trying to make it to you. Don't drift too far away, don't drift too far away, my love. I hope you're on the way. Come meet me halfway, my love. I know that sometimes our passions are wasted on the wrong ones. And I know that we'll take a hurt before we wanna get one. And I know that my soul knew I loved you before I even knew you. Sometimes you gotta let it go, just hoping it comes back to you. I'll find my way back to you. Wherever I go, I come back to you. Oh my, I'll find my way back to you. Wherever you go. I'll find my way back to you. When the downtown lights start to come out at night, we go insane, we go insane. And when I arrive, I start to lose my mind. I go insane, I go insane. Cause they told me you take too much. Yeah, I sure do, so I can feel that now. If they only knew how this was, yeah, they would too, just to feel that now. Cause I ain't got no friends, I ain't got nobody. All I got ahead is a moonlit road.
What is a flow in Vertex AI hybrid agent? A flow in a Vertex AI hybrid agent, you can think of like how a conversation would flow. For example, if we talked about the weather, the conversation would be flowing to the weather. If we wanted to talk about the Denver Broncos, the conversation would flow to the Denver Broncos. Think of that as a flow. All we need to do is tell our Vertex AI agent, hey, the conversation is flowing that way. Let's go ahead and go with it. Now, in order to do that, how do we create that flow? On the left side in the menu panel of the Vertex AI agent, you're gonna have the flow tab. Pretty simple, right? Come in here and just click on add a flow. From there, we'll click on create flow and we're gonna give it the name. Growth engine. That is the entire tutorial of what I'm teaching. What is the growth engine? The growth engine is a full course on how people can take their live streams, turn it into every form of content they need, short form, long form. You can do a lot with live streams. From there, we take it, put it into our blog, use a transcription to train a Vertex AI agent for our business, just from going live. That is the growth engine. So I'm going to name my flow growth engine.
One day of my life, let's color it outside the lines, so bright, brighter than the rainbow. One night that we live tonight, let's ride till we're out of sight, so far, so they never fade down our halo. Oh, let it go. Oh, let it go. One moon to inspire these lines, one love to ignite our hearts, one song we'll be singing out loud. Oh, there's no stairway to the sky, but I believe it as a child. We'll fly, fly so high, no they can't make us calm down. Oh, let it go. Oh, let it go.
So what is a flow? What is a flow in Vertex AI? Think about a flow like the way a conversation would flow. If I want to talk about the Denver Broncos, the flow is going to go to the Denver Broncos. If I want to talk about the best state in the country, the flow is going to go to Colorado. If I want to talk about the weather and the best summertime weather in the country, again, Colorado, right? That is a conversational flow. How do you create a conversational flow in Dialogflow CX? The way you create a flow in Dialogflow CX is come over to the left-hand menu and we're going to click on the Add button for flows. Select Create a Flow and give it a name. This one I'm going to title Vertex AI. When you have your name in there, click the checkbox. Okay, I saw my flow pop up on the left side menu, but I didn't see anything happen in the main screen. How do I connect that flow? In order to connect your flow and give that conversation a new route, what you're going to do is come into the start page and we're going to select new route. Hit that plus button in the top, and what we're going to do is we're going to need to create a new intent for that conversation. If our conversation intends to go to Vertex AI, we have to let our chat agent know about that. In order to do that, there's two ways. You can come in here into the route section like we just did, or we can go into the manage tab here and create a new intent here. So let's create a new intent in here and we're going to title it Vertex AI. Agent. From there, we're going to give it one training phrase to start. We're not going to overload this thing. Just please listen to me on this. Don't put in 100 thinking it's going to be more efficient down the road. I've already done that. It's much harder to retrain these. So put in Vertex AI agent. Come over here and click add. And when you're in GCP, make sure you click save. Don't use the keyboard command, doesn't work. At least it doesn't for me. But now how do we identify or at least tell our AI we're trying to talk about Vertex AI, right? We know the flow is going that way. We intend to go that way with Vertex AI, but how do we recognize that that's where we're going and tell our AI that's what we want to talk about? That would be an entity type. What that means is, hey, we're just going to identify this thing so I know where to go. We're going to give it the same name, Vertex AI, underscore instead of the period. And on our reference value, we're just going to go Vertex AI, Vertex AI agent. Click add, and then you will click save. I'm probably going to miss that like 10 times. But click save on your entity type, and then we come back into the intents. That way we can identify, all right, now we're talking about Vertex AI. Vertex AI, right? And I only put Vertex AI in for the agent. We'll do the search later. But what you've got to check out is the parameter IDs down here. This is basically identifying what we're talking about. So in order to have our Vertex AI agent know that that flow needs to go to the Vertex AI agent and that's not a person, come in here and remove that first one it selected, which it is a nice feature. Select Vertex AI agent, and from there you are going to grab that new entity that we just made. Okay, now we're gonna give it a few more examples. Don't do 100 with GPT. I've done that. It's harder to retrain them. So you just say, what is a Vertex AI agent? Vertex AI agent, more info. More info on Vertex AI agents. Give it a few examples and then we're gonna click save. So in that little time, what we're doing is we're just saying, all right, if you're talking to me, I know you want to talk about Vertex AI. Let's talk about it. Where do you want to go? Let's go to that flow and see what we got. Now we still need to make that route. We still need to have our flow go that way. So how do we make a route in Vertex AI to have our agent be able to talk to our end users or our customers about it when we go that way? To create a new route, what we're gonna do is come into the default start flow down here and think about this as where water would flow in, like on a farm. If you were trying to water a field, the water would be coming in here from the canal. You wanna go water the YouTube field? We gotta take it that way. So to create this new flow, what we're gonna do is click on that start page and we're gonna give it a new, is that blurry for you guys too? I don't know. We're gonna give it a new route. Okay, and what that means is we're just gonna come in here and select routes, and we're gonna grab that new intent we just created. So search for Vertex. And we're gonna give it a new flow because oh yeah, we do have that flow. So go to that flow we just created. Let's see if something happened here. Hey, look at that. So now that we've created that new flow called Vertex AI, there's a few things we want to do to it. There's a few things that we want to have this thing respond with, right? Let's go check we did create a flow, right? We did intents. Now after we create our new flow, and we know we're going to have that agent be able to talk to people about Vertex AI, we also want to make sure people don't get stuck chatting to our agent about Vertex AI. That's one of the things I don't like about chatbots, is if you get stuck, it pisses me the fuck off. So what is a route group in Vertex AI agents? A route group in Vertex AI agents basically means you can allow your end users to kind of jump around in the conversation. How do you create a route group in Vertex AI? To create a route group in Vertex AI, come up to the Manage tab and click on it. And let's go down to Route Groups and select it. What types of route groups are there for Vertex AI agents? There's two types of route groups for Vertex AI agents. One is the flow level, which basically means your agent will be able to jump around and your end user will be able to have that conversational jump around in between flows, in between stuff like this. Now, if you want an agent level route group, that's going to be able to jump around on that flow on the agent level up top. So basically on the master level, and it'll bring them back up to basically the start of where they want to go. How do I create a route group? Come up, select route groups, and what we're going to do is create an agent level route group. And we are going to click create up top. And we're going to name that Vertex AI. The same as the flow that we just created because we want people to be able to come in and out from anywhere in our conversation. And what we're going to do is click save. What do I do after I click save on my new route group? After you click save on the new route group, go select that new route group in the bottom of your screen or wherever it is. I'm going to select Vertex AI and we're going to add a route. What do I do after I click add a route? After you add a route, go grab that new intent Vertex AI you just made. An easy way to search for them is to type in a couple letters in the search bar. Select Vertex AI agent. We're not going to stop any of the dialogue here. And we're going to make sure we go to that flow, Vertex AI, we just created. When you get that in there, click save. Now, what do I do after I've just created the route group? How do I make sure it works? To engage that new route group, let's go back to our build tab. And we're going to select Vertex AI, that same flow we just created. When you select that flow, come into the start page. Okay, I have the start page open. How do I add that route group? Well, in order to add that new Vertex AI route group, come down and click on Add State Handler. What are state handlers? It basically means if something else happens, what is it and how do we handle it? So we're going to add that route group here. Make sure you click Apply. What do I do after I add that route group? After you add the route group, come in and select that plus button. We're going to come up to the drop down, select Agent, and we're going to add all of the other route groups, not the Vertex AI agent one, but all of the other ones because we want them to be able to access that Vertex AI flow and be able to get there if somebody asks about it. So go ahead and select all of these, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, I just added a route group and I wanted to select another one, but it wouldn't let me do it in the window. How do I fix that? After you engage your first route group into the new flow, come back and select route groups in the main window, and this will have a better time at re-engaging new route groups. Come down and click on Add New Route Group. Again, grab the agent up top and go to the next one in the drop-down, which is BizRise Academy. From there, click Save, and just repeat that process from Add Route Group to selecting Agent to picking the different flow until you get all of the route groups added, except for the one that you're in. Right now, I'm currently in Vertex AI, so I'm not going to add that route group to this agent level route group flow. We're already in there. We don't need to go back to it. Once you get done adding all the route groups, we'll move on to the next step.
Walking home in the morning light, your
Okay, I added all of the route groups in my new flow. Now, how do I get the other ones to hook up to it? Okay, I added the new flow and I added all the route groups to it. Now, how do I get the other flows to hook up to it? In order to get the new flows to hook up to it, come into your default start flow, and we have to select them one by one to make that connection. So just start from the top and work your way down. The first one I'm going to select is YouTube, and I'm going to come into the start page, select route groups, add route group, and from there I'm going to do the same process of agent level route group. We're going to select vertex, click save. Okay. Now we've added that new route group to the YouTube agent level route groups, right here on YouTube. Now let's see. Should we add them to everything else? Yes, add it to every page. Now this is gonna be a little tedious. This is gonna suck a little bit, but you can do it. Hang in there and knock all those out. Every single page, every route group. That way your user is never gonna get stuck. We don't want our users ever getting stuck in a chatbot. So make sure you go through each page and repeat that process. It's going to be identical. Click on the page, click on the flow, add a route group, agent level, drop down, Vertex AI, click save. Okay. Now, something important that we need to look at as well is when you create a new flow, there's a lot of stuff to do with it. So when I create a new flow, what stuff do I got to put into that start page to make sure everything's operating right? When your Vertex AI flow, come in and click, the start page, and then we're going to go, we did the route groups. We'll create some more routes in a second, but one thing I tell people to focus on initially is these event handlers. The no match default, again, we don't want people getting stuck. We can have them rely on Gemini with our data to take it. And then we're going to send them back to the default start flow. Click save there. And we're also going to do that on the no input default. We're going to send them back to the start so our agent can re-engage if they have another question. And that is going to be the two main things on how we can prevent people from getting stuck in our chat agent. One is the route groups, and two is the event handlers, which basically means if one, I don't know what they're saying or they don't say anything, I'm going to send them back up to the top. If it re-engages, we're going to have our AI take back over from there. So it's just a way for people not to get stuck on a dead end in an agent. Okay. After I create that new flow and I give my agent a new way to go and a new route, how do I test it to make sure it's working? To test your agent to make sure it's working, going to the right flow, come up to the top right where this test agent section is, and we're going to start in a draft environment, default start flow, which just means the start, and the start page, very start. You can come in and select those different flows if those are the only places you're making changes. But we want to start it at the top, and we're just going to say what's up. Now, we know we want to go to Vertex AI, so how do we test that? Well, I like setting it up side by side, but what it's showing us in the simulator is we came in, we asked, hey, what's up? Started in the default start flow. Hank said, what's up? We're just chilling on the start page. Now we got to see what happens next. This is what he said back. So I'll just say Vertex AI and see what happens. Okay, so nothing there. Nothing happened. Let's go check out and see what we got going on. So we need to go back into our intents and let's check out and see really how we have this thing going. So initially, I just said Vertex AI, right? I didn't say Vertex AI agent, so my chat agent doesn't know that yet. And there's a reason you want to do these in little chunks and nothing crazy. Because the next one we're doing is Vertex AI search. And you can definitely identify both with entities, but it's going to take a shitload more training if you pump in 1,000 Vertex AIs right now. So what we want to do, we want to give our agent the best chance right out of the gate, right? And what we're going to do here is we're going to test it again. We'll come back to the build tab so we can watch it. So come back up here into test. We're doing the same thing, the draft environment right at the top. Okay, we'll do the same thing. Nothing different. What up? Same thing. But I'm going to say Vertex AI agent. And if you look, I mean, we're coming in, right? We're at the start page, start flow. Let's see if this takes this to the Vertex AI agent flow, where we want to go. Okay, you can tell we came into Vertex AI, went to that start page, so we're going the right direction. We're in the place we need to be. We'll be able to get out of that place if we need to. But now how do we respond? And what we're going to do is we're going to put in that first YouTube video. So when we come to this, we want to do two things. One, we need to add that choice chip, right? So what we're going to do on our default start flow, we're going to have to add a new event handler. And what that means is, you know, how do we get that chip to really come up with that custom choice chip? And what I got to show you is, is that not focusing in the middle of the screen? So what we're going to want to do for here is we have our JSON. And what this means is just some simple code so we can pass some stuff from A to B. Like what I'm going to be putting up is, it's called a chip. It's just a little selection button. We want to go to YouTube. So we got to have the text YouTube, okay? Just come down to the bottom. We're going to go right here, make it easy. So on the Twitch one right here, we want it to open and we want it to end with this comma. Now, if you look at the last one, it doesn't have that comma, right? So if you're going to kind of take these and just copy them, it's easy to grab that one that's the second one up. And you can grab that little chip and that's just going to create another little chip that will route me to Vertex. Command C, Command V. Okay, we come in here and we go Vertex AI, Vertex AI. And down here on this event, this is going to be what we tell our agent to kind of identify that. It'd be like an intent for a custom event. But let me just put in Vertex. I'll just put an agent here because I want it to go to the agent side. So I'm going to put in Vertex Agent, and I'm going to click Save. Okay, that's going to give us another little chip to have there. And that's going to funnel us to this Vertex AI side. Okay, now if we look in here, now we got to tell our agent, all right, we want to go that way. Gosh, if that's blurry for you guys, I might have to do this on a different screen. I'll double check. I might just do this one screen here in a little bit anyway. But from there, what you got to do is you come into these event handlers. We're going to use that custom event. We said Vertex Agent. Okay, and from there, we're going to say, let's see, Vertex AI agents can take a lot off your, well, damn, it is so hot in here. Vertex AI agents can optimize a ton of stuff in your life. You can start training them with your website data. Below is the first tutorial. Let me know when you want the next one, or if I can assist you with something else. Okay, so it's just gonna say, cool, here's the first video, let's give it to you, let's train it. Now how do I put a YouTube video in that flow? Add dialog option, custom payload. Select template, I've made this one. You can get this from GCP, and I'll put the link in the Academy, but this is what that JSON's gonna look like. I believe if you go to GCP, well, we'll just go look. So what I do, and this just works for me, but I go to dialog flow CX custom HTML. It's fulfillment, but that just gets me there. And right here. Dialogflow messenger fulfillment. And we need to go get the JSON for YouTube video. JSON's just easy money code that'll help you get stuff from A to B. I mean, that's all you need to get your YouTube video in there, right? Copy it. You just need to know where to connect the dots. Come back in here, that would be our whole JSON. We'll just do it, paste it in there. It's gonna look almost exactly the same. Then we're gonna head to our YouTube channel. So we'll go youtube.com. I watched a ton of that lady's videos. Wow, she's a good teacher. We'll come into my channel, let's view it. Now I wanna get the Vertex AI playlist, but I wanna have that first video. So I'm gonna go into playlists. I'm going to grab that full playlist, so we'll go into it. And then I want that first video, right? Let's give it an introduction. Copy that URL, come back to your agent, jump in here, drop a dime on it, boom, life is good. So now we have a response and that chip, okay? So we got that handled, and we need a way to test it out. Show what we can do here is we want to test it and see if that chip works. The first thing we got to do, I guess we can check it in the draft environment. So you come up to publish. This would be how you get it on your website, but since we're in draft, we'll check it here. And we're going to enable that API, and we're going to try it. It'll give you like kind of a live example. But come in, here's Hank, say what up, or hi, whatever. We got Vertex. Vertex is in there. Didn't go anywhere, right? Cool. I like messing stuff up the first time too. Why is it not in there? I didn't give my start flow that custom event handler. And what you need to do there. So on event handlers, let's just come in and we're gonna give it another one, custom event, vertex agent. And we're going to the vertex conversational flow. Click save. Oh, it should be unique. You know what I didn't do? Did I not put it in here? Let's see. Event handlers. Yeah. That's alright. We gotta put it in. Might as well do it anyway. So we got nothing coming there, right? Nothing, no dice, no videos there. So what we got, right, is we've told it, all right, if you have that Vertex AI event handler, so we'll show you on this Twitch one too. Same thing, just go to that flow, but let's go to that Vertex AI. We're gonna take out this agent response here and we're gonna let it roll, okay? So copy that, delete it, and well, let's leave that in there, because I want it to. No, we can't have that there. So we're gonna take that out. Bye. Ooh, that'll be all right. Get out of here. All we want to do is go to that Vertex AI flow. Okay, so Vertex AI, boom, save, and then what we're gonna do, so like on the Twitch one, let's get a little reference here, so I'll mess that up live again. Event handlers. So we're going to 1, 2, select 2. It's going to take you straight to video 2 on page 2. Doesn't have anything handled there, but let's see what it has on page 2. Twitch video 2. This is where that fulfillment's going to be with your YouTube video. So you got to take it a couple layers deep if you want it to be on there. So in order to do that, we're going to go Vertex AI. And we don't have anything here, right? Another intent. We're going to create it. Vertex AI agent video. Okay. We're going to put Vertex AI agent. We'll go with this because we want it to be what's called an ordinal. So we're going to go first. Vertex AI agent video. Boom. Click save. Can't. Oh, add it. Save it. So we got it down here, right? And you see, okay, so it recognized ordinal, but it has Vertex AI, which is fine because that's going to our agent. But we don't want that GA video in there. So we're going to take that out. What we're going to do, we're going to make sure we save that, go to our entity types, and we're going to create another entity called Vertex AI agent video. Okay. A couple examples. Vertex AI agent video. Vertex AI agent tutorial. Vertex AI agent training video. Couple examples, Adam save, life is good. Let's go back and do our intents. We need to grab that agent video. And now we need to attach that to the Vertex AI agent. Let's bring this whole thing in. Boom, video, okay? And we wanna have first in there because that's gonna be the first one in order. We want that chip to go there. So you can say Vertex AI agent video 1. Now you're gonna have to give it a few examples, right? It brought up Vertex AI agent video. Fantastic. This should be agent. So we want to go video now that we have in there. We're gonna highlight that. Give me that video. Boom, here on 1. Gives me that order of it. And then a couple more examples. Vertex AI agent tutorial 1. Okay, boom, got that. We need to get that ordinal in there. And then we'll go, again, just first, Vertex AI agent video. Okay, so we got both there. We're somewhat dialed in. Now we're gonna click save. We're gonna go back into our build tab. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna come here and we're gonna go event handlers. No, you know what? Yeah, we can do that. Let's go into event handlers and we're gonna go custom event handler. Baby. Use custom event, which was what? Vertex AI, Vertex agent, Vertex. Made a different one, huh? Agent. Okay. Save there. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. Bada bing. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in and we're gonna make this thing connect so we can put some of those chingaderas in there.